mean, wouldn't that be the first
Yes.
level of
So
awareness?
acceptance, yes, awareness, to recognize, to change anything we have to know what the problem is. If you want to correct anything, we have to know. But to know, how do we know? Most people want to be comfortable in what they are doing.
Maybe he didn't want to change. Maybe he liked the way he was.
Oh,
That's the way he thinks.
Oh no, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I didn't even
choice.
entertain change. I just asked him one question to see where he dwelled, to see where he knew where he dwelled, and I said, "Where, you know, how are you?" I was fine.
Yes.
There's nothing. What else could I say?
So some people are blissful, but this bliss is bliss of ignorance.
Yeah.
See? And they want to in that state.
Yeah, it was just.
They
It was amazing.
But if you get out of it, you have to be restless. So restlessness is greater evolution than bliss of ignorance, because you become more aware. Then you become more aware and you find the solution and you truly find the true bliss. So from that standpoint, two persons are blissful and they don't get into any trouble, they don't get heart condition, they don't get ulcer, and they don't get anything. Because they're at animal level, you know. Animals don't get any problem because they don't think, you know. Their energy is on survival. But when you come higher, you get the problem. Then you get still higher, then you can learn more and get the total bliss. So there are two kinds of bliss. Bliss of ignorance and bliss of knowledge. In between is a restlessness. And a restlessness is a necessary part for spiritual evolution.
So the bliss of knowledge is humility, and the bliss of ignorance is pride.
Yes, you can say that way also.
Yes.
So people, you know, who are more evolved, they, you know, go into greater degree of understanding and they find true bliss. But in between is a restlessness, and so many people woke up because they were restless. Buddha, you know, is restless. I want to know, you know. So sometimes you suffer and you go through the turmoil, then you find the way. So restlessness is the middle path, and that helps spiritual awakening.
That's where most of us are. I'm assuming is
Yes,
you know,
and that is
that's why
necessary.
we're in this class.
Yes, so
Yes,
questioning
asking
in this way. So this is why
We're restless.
I don't take all the authorities for granted. I thought and then question and then get the answer. So I find greater bliss because I know, you know.
It's exhausting being restless all the time now. I mean, I find, it's funny you say the word restless, because I find that I'm restless in every aspect of my life. And I've been that way for like 2 or 3 years, and I'm constantly standing back looking and saying,
That's good.
is this good?
That's
Is this good
good.
enough?
It's right,
That is
but
good.
It's
restlessness.
It's awareness. It's your awareness, though.
Restlessness needs a direction. Like most people stress out, they're restless because there's no direction. Restlessness with single thought. Restlessness with single thought. Who am I? What am I doing? Why? Why? And then you find the answer. So people who evolve spiritually, because of restlessness, the question, what am I doing? You know, I'm doing this business. What for? Then give up business. See? So restlessness without purpose, it doesn't take you anywhere. So restlessness, seeking something. I want to find happiness. You know, just some goal. Okay, not without direction. So restlessness of people who woke up, the question, who am I? What am I? You know, by questioning, they gave up all the attachments because the question. So questioning is necessary. So restlessness, I'm emphasizing because you're going through the restlessness is a necessary period, because otherwise you won't find the answer. Again, I come across people, they say type B personality and type A personality. I'm more like type A personality, you know. If you're type A, then you have stress, you have this, that, but you accomplish things. If you're type B, you're lazy, just back. So the lesson is, if you're type A personality, you slow down. and you try meat personality, you wake up. But we need to balance. But it's better to have type A personality, because why not? I can do it instead of I cannot do it. Okay. So the thing, because I can do it, it will give you some opening, like you find it, new ways, new invention.
Better incentive too, right?
Better incentive. So I'm not recommending type A personality. What I'm saying is there is power in there.
I think what you say is Shanti's underlying current of his whole existence is peace of mind.
Yes.
Oh, I don't even want to use the word enlightenment, but peace of mind. So,
Yes.
I mean, you have a great awareness happening now. You said that you didn't care so much if your last boss succeeded, but now you do. So there's an awareness there that is helping you in many ways. Because not only you're helping him, but you'll help yourself by helping others. That's number one. And I want to talk about attachment too. When we have these million strings of attachment, okay, that's why it's exhausting, because there's a million strings that bother us, and we can only sever one at a time. So you severed one, and you're a little freed up, but you're like, holy, hell, I got.
There's 100 more.
Yeah. There's millions of them. But here's the good news. Here's the good news. When you look back, from now a couple of years ago, it's that much better. You know what I mean? And when you look another year from now, and you look where you're at, there'll be more strings severed, and you will start to feel freed up. That's a guarantee. Just feel better and freer. And go ahead, Jim.
I have a question. If you're working for your old boss now, would you feel the same?
No, I'm not sure. I can't honestly say that because I've changed so much in the last couple of years. So I
mean, I guess my question is, what part does the boss play in your experience now? If before if you had one feeling and one reaction, we'll say, and now you have a different one, but you have a different boss.
This boss, I find that he just tries really hard, tries his best, and if he doesn't do something right, he'll stand in front of 100 people and say he didn't do it right. And I find that very.
It's refreshing.
Yeah, it's refreshing, and it's also endearing.
Yeah.
Like, you want to help somebody that stands there and says, well, I screwed up, and that's why we're doing it this way now, because I realized that I was wrong. And there aren't very many people who are willing to just put it all out there like
Being
that.
humble, yeah.
And so it makes me want to say, okay, well, I want to do what I can to help him. So he doesn't have to worry about something like that happening again. So.
But I mean,
That's a
would you
good
have
reaction
the
from
same
you.
Exactly.
expansion of consciousness, same expansion of help if your old boss were back and he were completely different? If he was selfish or he took credit for himself, would you help someone that took credit only for themselves and stood isolated?
No, I can't honestly say I would, because I would see selfishness in them, and that would make.
Wouldn't that affect the way you'd be working or experiencing your
It
job?
could be. I mean, who knows? We only know what our perception is at the time that we're perceiving it. So I don't really.
And you also created the new boss. You created the new boss by the way you're thinking now. You somehow created the new boss. By your way of being. That's your attraction. You keep pulling things in more positive as you open up. I think anyway.
Right, and that's the law of attraction. That's excellent. That maybe this new boss and I are just on the same
Wavelength.
frequency,
Wavelength.
vibration.
But wouldn't the old boss need more help, need more of your help since he's that way? I mean, he's selfish.
But you
See,
wouldn't
but
have
two-
tried that
but
a
two
lot
people
and
need to be
didn't
open.
find him. Right.
To each other, and if we weren't working in similar vibrations, it never would connect. You know what I mean? Like if I may be who I am and work the way that I work right now, but if he's thinking completely differently from me, thinking selfishly that he just wants to be a taker, then no, I don't. I would not have that same.
Feeling you were
Sure.
expansion.
Right.
Would you leave in that case from your job, or would you go elsewhere to find someone different? Or?
Not necessarily. I mean, the job's not all about the boss. It's a lot about the boss, but it's not all of it.
This
Not necessarily.
restlessness you're feeling now, I think that's why meditation is so important, because, you know, you make that contact, and you have the experience, and then maybe there is some restlessness, like, I want to be back there again. This is where I want to be. And then you can't do it automatically.
Yeah, I
So
think
I think
that's.
you have to be be nice to yourself about that. That it's okay. You know.
I